Ah! I am setting things up and they are broken, and it makes me upset. Background.
I think it's for the best because we fucked up someone's whole week one time while talking about something that probably should have had a content warning in front of it.
Yeah.
And
especially because I was playing,
entire-
I was running Payne's Portrait yesterday. And if you know anything about that campaign, it is the horniest group of motherfuckers you've ever seen. Not true. I've seen hornier, actually, and it includes many of the same players.
The only person I know from that entire actual group is Makari. And that's...
My point stands.
Yeah.
I love Makari.
She's a wonderful creature.
I have to cut a part of my hair because their band is too sticky, and I understand why no one does this anymore. Why no one puts fur bands in it. This is a bad idea. I'll be back.
All right. I think... I'm gonna wait till Avi comes back just to do the recap because I feel like she definitely would benefit from it. Yes.
The fact that I rolled so high does not bode well.
Well, maybe it bodes well that I rolled low when I was just doing my test rolls.
Note to self and anyone with long hair: do not let a raw rubber band touch your hair.
That's why they're all like braided with like that.
It hurts.
That's why they all have like that cloth on them. Usually, when the hair ties.
Yeah, all I did though was just take a knife and just like vertically cut the band, and it just fell down. Thankfully.
Yeah.
I probably lost a couple hairs having my hair stuck on like that all day.
You don't want any raw. You don't want it raw in your hair.
Shut the fuck up.
There are people who would pay damn good money for that. You joke about that, but
yeah,
whatever. I'll make an OnlyFans and start breaking raw eggs in my face. Someone's probably into that.
You're probably not wrong too.
No.
No, here's the thing. You're probably right, but not as right as
fucking catch salmonella because it'll get in my eye.
Yeah.
Remember
I cast instant salmonella.
No, please.
Suffer. And suddenly you have like diarrhea for a week.
I cast 9th level Scrunch.
I cast 9 level 9 Squish.
I cast that itch on your back that you can't reach by yourself.
No! Joke's on you, I'm hypermobile, I can reach every part of my back.
Yeah, me too.
Power word. I don't know. Anyways.
I cast that one eyelash that gets caught in the corner of your eyelid, so you gotta spend like minutes on that digging it out.
What the fuck?
You evil.
I had that happen to me not too long ago where I was spending half an hour getting an eyelid, and every time I blinked it felt like it was stabbing like both of my eyelids at once. It was bad.
I cast...
At that point you should put eye drops or flush your eyes with water, right?
I did. I tried to, but then it came to the point where it was like, nope, I literally have to like hold an eyelid open, and I'll spare you the details.
I cast 9th level Ants in your pants, Splinter into your fingernail, and Spider in your shirt.
Be right back, guys.
Chaotic.
I
love it.
Alright, so, last time you guys were here, you had finally made your way over to the mainland. Let me check here.
Apparently dinner is ready.
Yo, that's awesome. Enjoy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab food. You guys do what you need to do.
Yummy, 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 yummy.
Munch.
Because I think last stream we just got done with my scene with Slink and all that fun stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
get back
I
to
can't
you
wait.
probably
I
a
can't
little
wait for
later. Yeah,
Snake
yeah,
to
yeah.
murder
yeah,
somebody.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna shut up, mute myself, and let you do stuff.
Yes. Fuck it. You guys are in
Redacted.
Barcelona. God, I hate the way Spanish people speak Spanish.
Oh, you hate Spain? Oh, really? Oh, really? You hate Spain?
I don't hate
Listen.
Spain. I hate the way Spanish people speak Spanish.
You hate
I
the way
was
Spanish
gonna
people-
talk some mad shit about Spain. Don't get me started.
Alright, we're gonna talk some mad shit about Spain. First off, vosotros. I think I'm gonna kill myself. Just kidding.
Not before I do. I cast Aura of Endless Stimulation, simultaneous farting, sneezing, hair on your tongue.
That's
Okay.
a bit too much there, Boop.
Okay, the hair on my tongue thing actually makes me feel nauseous. That's awful.
Yeah.
So sick.
Yeah, Blue.
I originally read that as
We-
endless stimulation, which I think would be worse.
Well, we
Oh
should
no,
probably
I
get
can
back
think
to
of
the
one
recap.
person here who would love an aura of endless stimulation. Anyways, last
Okay.
time.
Okay. And who is that?
No. If it's me, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Really?
Okay, I get overstimulated. I get overstimulated very easily, and when it gets bad, I suffer so much. That would be horrific.
Oh, okay, then I'm very wrong. Never mind. Whoops.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
How'd I
admit
know it
to
was
my
me?
wrongdoings. Oh, because whenever I'm even remotely flirty, it's usually directed at you.
Bitch. Alright, anyway.
Whore.
Fine. Fuck you. Don't you dare.
We should get back to the recap.
Fuck me yourself, coward. Anyways.
Fuck you! I knew you were gonna say it. God damn it.
The recap, please.
Recap. I'm so sorry.
You guys had made it to a port town that I'm now saying is I'm now going to say is probably Barcelona. And why? Because why not? You guys had sailed here over the course of a week and were immediately badgered by one Desalin, a contracted worker of Madame Leaf on the Water, and a... what's the word? It's on the tip of my tongue. A bitch.
Yes.
They took a lot of the magical items that you guys could not prove that have been purchased, including the Jade Mask, Death Mask, from that could have been used to save Slink's master, and
Well, technically, I have that death mask, and being
true.
escorted to Madame in particular.
And technically, if only because Ezzy is being made to follow regardless, also has Ezzy with her wedding band. This is proving to be something rather dangerous, as Ezzy has been accused of, and perhaps admittedly rightfully so, of harboring a magical item. Yes, it was not collected from the San Jose, but it is still a very serious accusation, and one that unfortunately holds a little bit of water. After that encounter, River went off with to get a drink. The frustration of these fucking bureaucrats causing you guys to causing you to be frustrated and barely restrain yourself from punching her skull in. And
Yep.
you were met by Evan Farley of the Farley brothers, one bunny boy, the ship's doctor and secondary bosun here, who was interested in helping you create a great work that would assist you in hopefully healing Slink's master. Unfortunately, your lack of skill is proven apparent, and it's not going well. However, at the start of this next session, you can feel free to make your rolls now or later. If you can think of any other way to get any bonuses, you can. But you will always, at the very least, due to Evan helping you, whenever Evan's with you, roll with an extra d4 and advantage because of help and guidance. So if someone else has any bullshit or spice that they can throw on that, they can. If you can think of any other meaningful ways to get assistance outside of Evan, like better materials, better tools, that can also assist as well. But that was your goal right now, at least within last session. Next was the next in order of importance. Slink, you went off to try and meet with your master, and you saw him in a poor, ailing state. A powerful mastermind rogue reduced to being bedridden, despite him living a relatively healthy lifestyle. His dragon scales are proving sharper and sharper and still digging into his body, as someone has taken advantage of a genetic predisposition to have a bit less mana than normal and amplified it through a curse. You do not have any clues as to who is casting the curse right now, but you do know that one of you were offered a boon by a creature of law and order and balance, the Azure Dragon of Far Eastern fame. They urge you to find an injustice in the world and correct it. A major law that is being broken, something that's unthinkable, some grand flaw in the system, and correct it. And you were able to find a key to that in Madame Leaf's, in some notes that your master was making on Madame Leaf, who was suspected of hoarding vast quantities of magical weaponry and heavy artillery. Something that was made illegal 2 years earlier with the signing of the Treaty of Versailles at the end of World War I. A disarmament pact was a really big part of that. And then, last but not least, we have a newcomer to the team. Timothy McCannon.
Yep, you got it.
No, sorry.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Wow. First of all, amazing burp. Second, is that from the Kate McCannon song? No relation?
No relation whatsoever.
Sorry.
You look on, and you were looking for more work. You were offered a couple of odd jobs here, there, and everywhere, and you ended up finding yourself working for not the most savory person you've ever met, Madame Leaf, working directly under Desalin. Now that the job is done, you are to be paid soon. There's not much else you have to do. You were told to go home or stick around, but on the ship, but you can't. But there's likely nothing else for you here. And so you did that. You saw these group of ragtag sailors and thought, hey, what's another strange face? Reaching out to the ship's first mate and asking for a sort of good word to be put in with the captain. After making a good impression, you've decided to continue on doing a couple of favors for the crew here by assisting with some minor damage to the ship. You went and swam around on the opposite end of the on the outside of the ship while attached to one of the cranes so that you could be pulled up in order to repair what is below. And then you saw it. Let's go with Sorry, I'm just looking for the right song, and I cannot find it.
You said my name. I was over analyzing a pencil.
What?
I can't wait till the 4th. I was over analyzing a pencil.
A pencil?
Yeah, ADHD.
Oh, okay.
I am so glad I get new medicine on the 4th.
Okay. I'm glad you're getting it too.
I had it before, but then I ran out of I was only taking it as needed, and I ran out of my prescription, and then I couldn't renew it because it was beyond the time that I could actually renew it. Today's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Focus. Jesus.
Focus. Sorry, I just want to pin a little message here. But Nyan, you are currently under the water.
Yes.
You're staring down at these spirits, and as you do look each one of them calls for aid in some way. Calling for help. Calling for assistance. But there isn't too many different ways that you can help here. Well, and you're just staring sadly as you grab hold of one of the spirits that reached out to you. And in this moment, I would like you to give me a perception check, if you would kindly. Just to see
Perception.
how well. Yes.
All right. Let me pull up my skills. Oh boy. First roll of the game. I'm begging you, please. 15.
You listen closely as they grab hold. You us. Please. Take us with you. Take
Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
Long we have suffered. Save our souls, please. Were you able to read that? You listened to that at all? Because I don't know if the filter went through.
It was I just had to. You just had to. Just was trying to get you to speak up just a little bit, but I caught on to it.
Okay.
As he kind of sits, he's confused, and still this feeling of heartbreak, seeing these poor sods in this state. But there's a part of him where you hear him say,
I don't know how to save you. Your souls, that is. Mine. I don't think mine can even be saved. I'm not sure how I can help you.
As
Sort
you're
of
thinking
implying
of
that
your
there's
own
some-
soul, give me
Go
give me an Arcana or Religion check as you reflect on your own soul, and I'll let you do this one at advantage.
yeah, he has a lot of doubts about himself. 22.
You are looking at a long dead person. No body, no place to go, cursed to be dragged along by the waves, wherever this ship may go. A soul with no body. Not exactly an unfamiliar concept to you.
No. He, absolutely not.
You think of yourself, and I think the idea comes up that with a 22, you are thinking of your own nature, how your own soul is somehow inside of this loose, strange mechanical thing. It shouldn't work by all accounts, but it does. If only something similar could be done.
He looks down. These spirits could probably see him visibly pondering as he looks straight at the one that he has his hand still grasped to. As he says,
I cannot make any promises, but I will do everything I can.
They look at you. And as much as a gaunt, pale, and withered face can, they see that you aren't lying to them. And they let go and go down to the depths below.
you see him quietly, he now has a lot of questions, as anyone would after this encounter. He gives the rope a tug, a couple of good strong tugs.
And with that, you come up. And we're going to quickly move along from this because we have quite a couple of things to reach out to.
Mm-hmm.
But you just see lost souls ask for help. From there, I think we will go to here. And I'm gonna reuse this map, but this is just because it's a little easier. But while you are all traversing the wharf, in a different part of it, a different area, we will see a smaller dock with just enough space for one person to have a very simple, small merchant vessel. You'll see that it has a tiny little engine running it and a small area for storage here. Compared to the grandeur of the Remembrance, this ship is very small. It's a small, like, personal yacht here. And sort of coming up to them is coming out of the vessel, carrying a small satchel of miscellaneous goods. A couple of a mixture of magical and non-magical gemstones and rare minerals. One of many of the less than, how should I say, reputable sources of these materials awaits a meeting with a contact. Avi, if you would be so kind, please describe your character and their name and anything else you would like to say about them.
All right. This person here is quite the vagabond. Don't get used to their image that's currently in their icon because it is very temporary. They go by Rumor, and you can figure out their real name if you ask them, and they trust you. And they just do it because it's really fun for people to go around and say, Rumor has it, or Rumor is, and they enjoy the fun of the name. Yeah, they are a bit of a scallywag. They are obviously doing the exact opposite of what you're doing in the sense that they are not following the law. They stuff everything in view in a bag really quickly, and then with a very, very quick thrust with one of their swords, puts a hole in their little ship and steps off. And very, very quickly makes their way away from the now sinking boat.
You were told to wait near the docks. You would encounter a tabaxi, you were told. A sort of cat-like person wearing simple clothes and with gray fur is the description that was handed to you. And you probably don't how long do you think you would wait at the docks here? They don't appear to
I'm
be.
not gonna stand around like someone who's just, waiting for someone. I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna order something at the cafe and set my sack down and kind of kick it under the table and then just set my robe down on it and then just be normal. I'm just gonna have a time, have some food.
Is there anything you order?
Hell yeah. I mean, let's see. Probably salmon or some big fish or some greenery.
You order a probably way, way too big fish, especially for your size. As you are like how tall would you say you are?
My character is 5'5". I've neglected to say this, but yeah, they have like longish purplish hair. They're a girl, and they're a fairy. Although it's not so much as not immediately obvious. It's obvious if you stare for long enough, or they take their robe off. They just have a robe covering over their body, just hiding away their wings so as to not attract attention. It's a gray robe because, again, blending in is really helpful in the city.
Yes, it is. You will wait for approximately 10-15 minutes. Which isn't an uncommon thing, as it's kind of difficult to gauge exactly how long things will take given the unpredictable nature of the sea.
All right, so while
But-
I'm here, can I converse with the people around me and try to get some information?
Sure. Give me
Should I
an
roll for that?
investigation check because you're waiting here over the course of quite a bit of time. Do so with advantage, or maybe you don't need that. Maybe you really don't need it. Is there any particular information that you would be interested in?
I'm interested in the comings and goings of valuable items, how often the dock is being used, anything auspicious that's happened around the docks. I'm asking people if they've seen anything weird, if they have any cool stories to tell, if they've witnessed any drama. I'm asking folks about the rising prices and lowering prices because I'm very interested in that. I'm asking people about the cost of things in this local area because that's another thing I'm very interested in. I'm asking about if any local laws have changed. I'm kind of just like getting the dress down questions that if a police officer was listening in on wouldn't necessarily mark as suspicious, but for me are incredibly useful for figuring out which goods I can smuggle in and sell for the highest price.
I think with a 26.
Oh, and by the way, my bag is basically a rucksack. It's ugly as, and that's on purpose. It's makeshift, it looks like shit, and I keep it that way. So is my cloak. I
Hell
look
yeah.
very poor, and all of that is on purpose.
Hell
But,
yeah.
I'm trying to blend in.
With a 26, you do find like a lot of comings and goings, nothing particularly interesting. Until you hear word of one ship in particular. Perhaps the only thing that's caught, like, bringing more attention than anything else. Rumors of a ship called the Remembrance, of their strange crew. People who are of the captain who employs Captain Sangruesa, a man who employs all sorts of more untraditional folks. The kobolds and rabbit folks and beastkin and goblins.
Can I ask about the character of this person?
As you do, yeah, I'll allow it. If you want, with 26, ask any clarifying questions you want. As you like listen in, people haven't had an opportunity to really interact with him, but they have heard of his crew. They've were mentionings of a strange metal man that went on board and started working on the ship. A goblin that came in with the metal man and then left with another goblin and the captain in tow. And the sort of like captain with this goblin with a red bow on them seemed to be in charge of something, carrying something that they seem to be very protective of, something valuable. You're not exactly sure what that would mean.
Bam, target. All right.
But you also, there's also rumors that this ship itself has tons of gold aboard it.
There are rumors, huh?
Mm-hmm. The crew is eclectic, to say the least, with the only member of the cruise that was spotted in the public eye, which was a sort of a Harengon wearing a hat and a Kenku, were spotted in a bar at a table just tinkering away with some strange concoction. It was a bit bizarre, but nothing wrong with it inherently. It seems that if you are going to rob these people, or at the very least look and see, you'll have your work cut out for you.
And what gives me that information?
The fact that
There's a lot of crew members.
there's a lot of crew members, and every single member of the crew that has been spotted has been seen. They look tired, they look weathered, they look hardened in some cases. There are whispers and rumors of them having a look in their eyes as if something terrible has happened and they have survived much.
Okay. I jot down in my notes that the crew might be vulnerable to social engineering.
That's not even wrong. That's not even wrong. Sorry. Sorry to the rest of the party. My apologies. But after a bit of time, sort of creeping around the corner, will be a fairly large tabaxi man. They look jovial, but and incredibly strong. They wear like little wraps and gloves. They look like they've been in scrapes and fights, but nothing that would nothing so big that would imply that they've lost any of those scrapes. Scary, but they're a little bit intimidating in build, but when you look at their face, they're just so cat-like, and it's weirdly disarming. And they look around and say, "So, are you the one I'm supposed to meet with, or, I wasn't really given a code word.
Depends. What's your name?
Carlo.
I roll an insight check, if that's okay.
Absolutely. What are you trying to discern here?
Positive or negative intention. I'm looking for traces of malice, a curl of the eye, or a squint of the eye, a glint of any kind of anger or upset, any kind of trace of wrinkles in the face that would determine what their emotions are, essentially. I know that actually. I should probably roll this with disadvantage because they're a cat person, and I'm not a cat person.
Tabaxi aren't so rare that it's impossible, but they do have that cute face that I described. So, roll flat. They aren't wearing a mask or anything. They seem to be genuinely a little confused at how they're meant to handle this thing. If they either are extremely lax, this is their first job, and you can't really tell which one. But everything about him sort of tells you, like, this is probably your guy.
Mhm.
He fits the description to a T. Plain-looking clothes, a gray tabaxi. But man, they should have done better.
Okay. First of all,
They will look at yours. Have you finished your meal at this point? It's about 15 minutes in.
I'm just like dawdling.
He'll
I just,
with
I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna hit the road. Just right over there on a glance. Over here. Over here.
where?
I can mark. South. I'm going south. I'm gonna
Oh,
say,
you
hey.
can click and hold to ping.
Oh. Over here. Moving over here. I'm gonna look at him and say, hey, let's talk somewhere more private, okay? And
Oh, yes, that is probably a very good thing. Yes.
all right, I've dined, and now we're dashing.
Wait. Pulls out like a little coin purse, and like sets down like 2 gold coins, which is way more than this fish dish costs. And then,
oh my god, I'm going to beat his ass. Holy shit.
And then you guys head over to some alleyway. I'm just gonna keep you guys on the map for now, but you'll head away off into a more like secluded area of the town here, peeling into an alleyway.
I was smart if I would never commit more than one crime at a time.
He'll catch up to you rather quickly because of the tabaxi thing of like being fast as fuck, and he's like, "Stop! Why? Stop! Come on! Okay, no. Why are you running? Stop!"
Why are you running? All right.
Why are you running? Why are you running? Sorry.
I just wanted to get some more private space. We could talk about business. Anyway, what are you here for? Do you have a list?
List. List. Yes, I do. I just have it here. And he will pull out like a little flat piece of paper in an envelope. All right. Okay. I am to meet with one creature. Code name has Rumor. Is that you?
Rumor does have it that is me. I would like to know where we're going.
Yes.
And who we're meeting.
So, first thing, I would like to inspect the merchandise now, and then we will inspect the merchandise at the drop-off location. Reason being is that we have been scammed before, and there have been many people who use fabrication or other higher level magics to create a
I understand. Listen, let's get somewhere private, and then you can check out the goods. All right.
Of course.
And also, you stand out too much. It's pissing me off.
Says the one with points of your hair.
Hey, I can't really help that very much. I try to diet, but it's hard to keep it in check.
Yeah,
Glass
well,
house.
yes,
That is
well, I
expensive.
am. I guess. You know what? Fuck it. He's Russian.
Oh god.
He's a Russian cat. Yes,
Very
well,
good. Let's just get to the place.
He's a
Okay?
Russian blue.
Let's just get to the place.
let's just, I cannot help that I am so gifted with my stature, and I cannot change my face. I am not magically inclined.
That is not what I mean.
Hmm?
I mean that you look scruffy. You look like a common criminal.
Am I not? Ideally, that is all I should be.
Punch him. I punch him in the tummy.
Do you actually do that?
Yes.
Roll a hit. Just roll a flat strength check. No bonus. That is just a. Sure, I'll let you do dex.
God.
Flat dex, no proficiency. You will see that with a 18, he sees it coming and just kind of takes it and looks at you. That is cute.
Don't. Oh my god. Let's just go to the place.
You are very, very cute creature. You cannot beat me in a fight of fists, though.
I glare at him. Just take me to the drop-off place. Or whatever place you want. Did you rent like a hotel room to inspect the goods or something? Is that
Yes.
what we're going at?
There
Something
is.
sus that'll make me upset even more. Let's just go.
Well, if you do not want, we could. If you have a better place in mind, I'd
No,
be
just
happy
let's
to.
go. Come on.
Okay.
Go.
I am not typically drop-off man. That is normally a job dress for other lady. So I am.
Wait, then where am I going to?
We are going to. There is a small inn nearby, and I have rented a booth that is rather hush hush, and we will check the merchandise there, and we will have conversation about where merchandise is from, and then we will move to the point here.
Great. How many people are coming, or will I only know that when I get there?
At the manor, he's already said something he probably shouldn't have. At the manor, there are several staff. I will be in new clothes, new vestments, and hopefully you will be too, because I have changed because we have to move and perhaps try to not be seen. And regardless, that is good. It is good. We will. I'm so sorry.
Let's just get to the place.
You will go to the inn, head in the rooms rented out here.
All right.
And as he does, as you do, you'll be offered a change of clothes, and you'll get out of the like traveling vagabond clothes that you have, and have more what you see in your like profile picture here, which is like a clean white shirt, brighter colors, more
The bright
respectable.
color, the bright rainbow hair is because the character is a fairy. I thought it fit in really well, but I don't think the art's respectable. But I appreciate it.
Well, you did describe like vagabond clothing, and now it's just normal white shirt, like day-to-day,
Normal.
like normal clothing.
Exactly.
And
Super cheap linen shirt / tunic tucked into some working pants. Just like look like a working woman who spent too much money on hair.
Mhm. When you come back, you will see that the Catman has changed his little ascot to be like a blue color and is wearing, it's taken off the like bandages and is wearing a more formal shirt. Like he's wearing a suit jacket, and vest, and like businessman attire. And he does not have his little like cap on, and he looks a little uncomfortable in his clothing, but you can tell that it was fitted for them.
Hey, that looks
Like-
way better. You don't look like a common thug now.
Yes, but it is. It does not feel like me. Anyways,
That's all right. I understand. We've got things and stuff to skedaddle with, and boats to row, and things to float off. Let's get to it.
he quickly counts the various different goods that you have. This Catman is giving me strong bisexual energy.
Right?
Okay,
I feel like if I took the never, I'm not saying that.
you fucker.
Am I
You
allowed to?
you can.
I feel like if I took this Catman to bed, never mind.
It would make for an interesting subplot.
It definitely would.
Don't get too attached.
He'll
Yeah.
look.
Yeah,
He'll
picking bottoms.
like look through the bag that you gave and check things off of a list and say like, you do surprisingly good work. I was not. This is a bit
Of course
more
I
than
do.
we were
Everything
expecting.
is exact. Everything is exact. It's not. I don't know why you expected any less. I only deliver exactly what is planned.
Well,
And don't worry,
shit.
the boat I stole to get here is sunk in the harbor.
You stole a boat?
Of course, I'm not gonna buy a boat. It's ridiculous.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Everything seems in order if all of this is legitimate. I am, however, not a practitioner of magic, as I have already mentioned. So I cannot verify that you are in fact telling the truth. So I will have to take you to Madame Leaf, who has different methods of telling the truth, because we need to make sure that these things are. I should not be explaining these things to you. They are.
So
Please
wait,
not tell anyone.
Who is this madame that you've been talking about? And can I learn a bit more about them?
Give me a persuasion check. He's kind of a goober, so the DC isn't as high as it probably should be. And I will move you over. Son of a bitch.
Hey, if you give me a little treat, I might give you a treat too.
Son of a bitch. I did not. Okay. All right. So this man's just true himbo energy. Holy.
No, I'm not gonna fuck the first NPC I see. I swear. Oh, it all went gray. It all went dark.
As it should. That's what you fucking deserve.
I'm going No. I'm not gonna fuck the himbo. I'm not gonna ruin his innocence. Oh, there's two of us now. No.
Yeah. If it walks like a duck. You end up
Sure, he looks like a dog.
you end up walking for a little ways, and you begin talking to, and you won't like. He will just start talking about himself.
All right,
Yes,
we're here
I
for
am-
the whole backstory.
Yes, because you rolled a nat fucking 20.
I got it. Awesome. Let's go.
As you are waiting, walking, you will see. You'll begin communicating, and he'll tell you a bit about himself. I am not from here. That much is obvious. My family was displaced back during the war, and
Yeah, you guys had it rough, didn't you?
yes, but we were able to create a bit of our name for ourselves here, and Madame Leaf is my aunt. She's
Madame
made
Leaf?
a. Yes, she's a. I probably should not have. She's a very good woman. She's helped the community. She is tried very hard to write, and she has a little bit of a temper. So maybe let me do the talking, because she won't yell at me, but she will yell at anyone else.
Is she
These.
just your employer, or do you have any further relation?
Well, she is my aunt. We are family. She, give me an insight check right now.
Absolutely. So sorry.
Sorry, no, that was me coughing. Can't roll below a 10, it seems.
That's to me, and then towards the end of the night, rolling that one after 10s, after 5.
Yeah.
I'm a lucky
he'll.
vampire.
She's, well, that is aside the point. I am, she's family. And when he trails off, the look that he gets is one of deep respect and this feeling of like a debt that needs to be repaid. They mentioned they were displaced in the war. It doesn't take a genius to tell that if he's living with an aunt instead of their parents, young adults, maybe no older than 18 or 20, it's very likely that his parents were victims of the war and he had to live with other family who then escaped to a more neutral nation.
I'm really sorry about that, Carlo. I heard that the war was particularly bad for your people. I know that the winters were harsh and that although you were adapted to it, food was scarce too. I heard that disease and
I
other
would prefer
ailments.
if we do not continue this line of questioning.
I'm very sorry.
Thank you. I understand that you are trying to be sympathetic, but I would just rather not remember. those
Exactly.
things.
Let's move on. Let's not talk about it. At least you've got your aunt to rely on, though, right? That's something good.
Nah. It is good. He'll get a little bit more quiet at that point. But he'll continue on. My aunt is a collector of things. And it is through this that she has helped this city grow. And also helped safeguard many lives in case of something else happening.
All right.
Never again.
Well, it's really good to hear how nice your aunt is. You know, she seems really nice. I'm glad
They
I'm able
try.
to help you guys both out.
They try. They.
Very, very happy to be doing business with you.
Good. I hope that this ends up a fruitful relationship.
I'm sure it will.
Oh. Desirin. He's... Desi! 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 Oi! It's me! Desi! Hey! Hey! And you will see that no check required. He noticed someone, and you're looking around like, what the fuck? And it's,
Yeah, like,
you will
why are you
suddenly
calling out?
see a goblin with a red bow, a goblin with a blue bow, and
Oh,
a rather tall, like 6'2", like blonde-haired captain, ship's captain. And it doesn't take a genius for you to tell that like the red-haired goblin freezes upon hearing, and the captain stops, the goblin stops, and Green, you will see Dezilin just look, perhaps have a look of rage even more intense than the one that she shows for you. Because there is truly nothing she can do about this man.
I stifle
And
a laugh.
she's like, oh God, keep moving.
Master Carlos, how it's nice to see you
No,
here.
son of a bitch, why did you call out to him? And Carlo will like
Izzy has
look
the biggest smile on her face as he sees them.
as
I noticed the disdain between these two, and is this my target? Or not target, but does this match from the description the person from earlier?
of the
I
captain
believe so, right?
of
Of the you mentioned earlier.
Captain Sangruesa, yes. But also the one that employed goblins and small folks and beastkin and all the likes. Seeing a man in a captain's uniform walking alongside two goblins with
A
your
goblin
previous...
with a red bow. It seemed in charge, carrying something valuable.
Yes,
part of
that
my
is what
note.
you said as well. Yes, you will see that she also has a satchel of goods as well on her
She's
back.
carrying a satchel of goods, noted.
In the same way that Carlo is now holding the one that you handed to them, she is holding one as well. And hers looks comically oversized on her. Like true,
Wow.
like... There are several things clinging around in there. And
That's quite the haul you have there.
May I roll an insight check on the person right beside Carlos?
yes.
Good.
I'd say on a 12, you can tell I'm a fairy.
A 9.
You cannot tell they are a fairy. But you do know that they are walking with Carlos, so they must be trustworthy. At least, important enough to warrant bringing in.
Yeah, it's like, okay. Master Carlos, how has it been? It's been a bit. I've kind of been on the sea for a little while, so how are things?
It is wonderful to see you again, Miss Izzy. How are things? Did you enjoy your sabbatical sorts? How was the remembrance? How was the ship? Did you find any money? Oh, I would like. And Deslin's like, hey, Carlo. We are still in public. And what of it? Carlo?
Carlo, this is what I'm
Things
talking
are
about. Carlo.
best
Earlier, you looked like
discussed.
I'm gonna throw him under the bus. Earlier, you looked like a common criminal, and now you're talking all kinds of stuff you shouldn't be talking about out in the open.
We should probably head in the mansion now.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
We
We should
walk
go inside.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah, and honestly, I would love to tell you all about it, but we should probably head inside first.
Okay.
I assume this is
Oh.
Captain Sanguesa. Nice to meet
The
you.
captain looks at you and says, "How do you know who I am?"
Well, rumor has it that you've been working really, really, really hard recently. And I like to keep track
Fucking
of everyone.
locals.
Yeah.
Don't be
they're
so
got-
mad.
they're
Come
gossiping
on.
bunch.
You don't think people would talk when you started moving so much goods up and down the docks?
May I roll another insight check?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Thank you.
Fucking nothing. You get 0 read on this individual.
A little doubt, just a little worry, but that's just it.
Damn.
At this point, I'm half tempted to use physical dice.
Yeah.
And also,
Uh,
it's probably the anxiety of the entire situation that she's in right now.
You will see. I'll say, give me an. Since you've had a couple, Avi and Rumor, give me a insight check on these 3 individuals that you guys have merged into a group with.
Can I roll 3 insight checks?
I'll give you 1 at advantage because Ezzy got 2.
Okay. Alright. Well, we're keeping it 13. It was almost a Tony.
So yeah, the reason being, Ezzy got 2, you're getting 2. With a 13,
Wow.
I will tell you a bit. We'll start with Green. Green, what does she glean off of you with a 13?
At this time, Izzy looks respectable, although a little bit kind of like shit. Given that, well, simply put, she's kind of been on the sea and kind of looks like she has faced some crap on it.
Got
But
it.
she's holding herself decent, although you can see a bit of a twitch in her eye.
Alright.
The
The goblin is
hardened-
pissed.
The hardened expression that the locals were talking about, even more so than your usual sailor, definitely accurate.
Alright,
As-
this goblin is pissed. Noted.
As for Desolin, they look like they have a barely disguised fury directed at both Carlo
Like,
and
not
the other goblin.
disguised at all. I could hear the disdain in her voice when
Disguised to them. To them, he doesn't know.
I feel like I'm well traveled enough that if I hear disdain, I know it's disdain.
And then the captain, given your introduction of him, is immediately on guard. But, like, extremely so. Like,
Do I notice him
More
looking
than
at me?
a little bit. You'll see him stealing glances and looking
If I
suspicious.
catch a glance, I'm gonna give him a wink.
You will, and you do, and he like quickly corrects himself and like looks forward, but he has an extremely high like level of suspicion that you're maybe not expecting from a simple ship captain, which could grant some credibility to your namesake.
Hmm.
The rumors. Moving right along. I am so sorry, Slink and River. There are so many things I have to. Introducing a character takes a while, and this is a very. fucked up
I'm just
situation.
vibing.
Did they
Okay.
mention her name while they were talking at all?
Who?
In these, I don't think they did. Is
Uh,
her name
they-
mentioned?
Desilin, he screamed it a lot.
That's what he was trying to say.
Yeah,
I wrote down Ezzy.
And
Ezzy-
Ezzy,
Ezzy's the one with
Her
the blue bow.
name is-
Desling is the one with the red.
Oh, you two are the blue and the red goblin. Okay, understood. Ezzy and Desi?
We are not related.
no relation.
You're named Ezzy and Desi.
Yes, this is actually genuine coincidence.
I'm sorry, but this is the most goblin thing ever. I love it. Here.
I know, it's funny.
We will move forward here. And oh boy, is it dork?
It's
me-
dark as fuck in here.
Bap.
Bro.
There we go.
Here we go. Yo, we're back. We can see again. Yippee! I don't have dark vision or whatever.
So nice.
I don't get blind sight or dark vision. I get to float around like an idiot.
Yes.
Am I going crazy or does this look familiar to me?
I use it in a different game because if you ever watched Pain's Portrait, it is the map that I used for that. This is not Beethoven's house. I apologize.
Okay. I'm like, wait a minute.
It
Wait
is.
a
It
minute.
looks similar
Wait a
to, but it is not
second.
Beethoven's house.
I
No.
know you.
Jess played in a previous one of my campaigns and was also in a small manor. Took
Yes.
a good chunk of the first arc took place in the small manor.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You will hear
What?
knock knock knock, but Green, on your way to
Does he say anything when he
The-
knocks the door?
sorry?
Does he say anything when he knocks the door?
No, he just knocks and waits.
Okay.
But Green, on your way here, was there anything that you would have done discreetly while heading to the manor?
Izzy would have discreetly used the setting spell on her engagement ring to contact Thea and just ask it to, meet her at Leaf's place. I have sent over the specific message over in DMs. What happens?
You will get back another message. Welcome back. I think I understand. Heading over as soon as I can. I am a bit far right now. Love you.
Izzy would probably try to respond back, not knowing that the ring is once per day.
The response is not received.
Can I roll insight on what just happened?
Yes. Give me an. Oh, you did.
Actually, can I roll a sleight of hand?
Yeah, it would be sleight of hand or deception here. Sleight of hand, stealth, or deception.
I have deception. It's actually higher in deception. What? Okay,
It's
I'm using
rough.
physical dice now. I'm sorry.
You want to re-roll that? I'll let you re-roll it.
Okay, I'm re-rolling it with a physical die. Deception. I have a +3 in it, and my roll is. I gotta re-roll that. Curse carpet. I rolled a 7.
Get fucked.
I had 3 good rolls at the beginning of the session, and they were never used. Dang it.
Great.
You notice that a spell goes off. You will see
magic.
You will see an ever so faint glow coming from their hands as they cover their. What hand is traditionally the wedding ring on? The right or left?
Left. The left.
The left hand, in particular, their ring finger. There's a small glow emanating from it, and you can see that they're trying to cover it. And from any passersby, it would be hidden. But if you're looking, you would see it. It's whatever spell was cast.
Can I roll an Arcana check?
Go ahead.
You rolled a 20. What the fuck, girl?
What the hell?
First of all, I'm a wizard.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. Oh yeah, I forgot Blightslinger.
This checks out.
You do magic, and I can tell immediately that magic is being done, and also immediately what spell is being cast.
The spell sending. Actually,
Yes.
since she rolled a 30, can I describe the ring a little bit?
Sure.
You notice that the spell itself is a bit fine-tuned, like it was only meant for her to cast. You don't know why.
It's tuned to you.
But it's like, it's very much only attuned to her. Like this thing was made to only be used by her. Like no one else can.
That looks. I steal her a glance and narrow my eyes. I try to catch her gaze, that way it's clear that she knows that I see what she's done. And then I tilt my head to the right in a not aggressive, very neutral kind of curious gesture.
I'm gonna. What would be my base perception? I forget.
Your base perception is 13.
Yeah, 13.
10 plus your modifier.
That'd be 13.
Are you rolling deception against me?
Perception.
Wouldn't it
Yeah.
be
To tell
insight?
that you've noticed.
Oh, perception. You can just notice.
Yes.
I'm trying to get you to notice.
It's like,
I'm really trying my best to get you to notice. If you don't notice, I'm gonna poke you in your forehead.
I'm not rolling. I'm just wondering, does my base perception actually notice it?
I would say so. If as he's saying you would notice it, then yes.
Okay, it's like... She kind of gives off a look of, I really gotta get better at that, to herself.
After a little bit of time, you will see
Really
a
cute
sort of
ring.
you will see Carlos waiting, like, oh, I have the key, and then takes the key out and opens the door and says, come in.
I follow him in.
I should be opening the door for you, sir.
I I have
Pay him no
hints.
mind. Pay him no mind. Keep on the goal. Keep on the task. You can do this.
Okay. Madame, Miss, yes, what is it?
Sorry, keep fucking forgot.
And
Fuck.
as
Alright.
you all follow, there will be Deslin, the captain, Carlo, and the two of you. Oh, what a busy moment we found ourselves in.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I can make this work. Let us get this done quickly. All of you,
Of course, mistress.
we can meet here
I'm
in
gonna
the
follow
parlor.
suit and bow my head and say, "As you wish, mistress."
They will invite you into the parlor here.
Oops. Didn't mean to get all in your business like that.
Oop, I've
So that ring looks
completely
really okay.
removed the cat. There, go.
Can I whisper to your character?
I mean, you're allowed to.
Sure, I say, that ring looks really personal.
And I respond back, steal it and I will crush your head.
Whoa. Never think of it, friend.
No, I would never.
You should, just take a step back. All
Yeah.
right.
It's like, Izzy's giving you a literal glare.
Hate it again. That's fair. I mean
You
you
will
no harm. Sorry for
No problem.
intruding. That was
You're good.
personal. No, I'm apologizing in character.
I know. I'm sorry. You will see that Madame Leaf takes a seat on the large couch, and sitting down next to them would be Carlo. Just immediately sits down next to them and says, "Right, this is the stuff," and pours out a bag full of gemstones and magically enhanced materials. And she looks at him with a look that says, "Really? You're gonna do this like this?" Sighs and says, "Ugh. Deslin, please be a dear and confirm all of these are legitimate for me. And I would like to have a word with the captain and the the three of you as well. I
Those
just
are the
hope
wettest ears I've ever seen. Sorry.
Gomen."
What
It's a saying. It's a saying. I'm
Is
sorry
it?
if you don't get it. Listen. When you say someone has a wet ears, it means that they're inexperienced
Oh, okay.
or
Yeah.
very new to something.
Yes.
It's
You will say,
referring to them being a baby. Sorry.
I see. You will see that Madame Leaf sort of gets up as both Carlo and Deslin keep sort of counting the materials and the goods here, and Madame Leaf sort of takes the opportunity to sit in the chair in the corner here and question all three of you. And we'll say, and as she does, would be perhaps a little bit shocked if everything went entirely according to plan on either front. So I would like to know.
Well,
What sort of issues?
No issues
Well-
here.
well, to be fully honest, we kind of faced hell, madam, with getting everything from the San Jose. This mask in particular, as she pulls it out. This thing's dangerous. Like, this thing is effectively keeping a skeleton alive down on that boat, attached to a literal slime creature that we had to kill. Like the entire crew of the San Jose was still kicking around. Well, not alive, but mostly undead. It was heartbreaking, really. And then, as we were able to get the items, we were faced with a literal dragon that made a horde there. We had to fight it. Last two of the crew, and quite literally used one of the items to quite literally that housed a literal planetar inside it in order to kill the thing, which we had to have him resurrect the crew that died.
Is this angel still within
No.
the item?
No, sadly.
I see. That is unfortunate.
It is very much unfortunate, but and this is a bit of a sad part. We had to use a little bit of the gems as components for the resurrection of the crew. Not a single gem in particular, but at least that was the only thing that was lost from the gem side. We kind of had to make a couple of repairs to the ship in order to, attach, more effects, bring it back up to speed as we traveled away back home.
She will look at you, and you're not telling a lie here, but you did kind of omit all of the information about Atlantis and all of the information about Avalon. So I'd like you to give me a persuasion or deception check because it is a live omission, whichever one is higher.
Well, the funny thing, it's either or. They're both +3.
Got it.
So I'm gonna go with persuasion here. I'm rolling physical dice just so I don't trust the digital dice at this time, I'm sorry. I rolled a dirty 20. Hey, physical dice
They
are very
will
useful.
look at you and squint. Captain, can you verify all this is true? No insight check required, Avi. They are wary of confirming anything in your presence right now. But you still have to stay here because they are still counting your merchandise. Yes.
Do I notice this? Do I have to insight check for this?
No,
Or
I
did
said
you
no
think I
insight
noticed?
check required.
Mhm.
They
Okay.
sigh and say, yes, all of this is true. And I'll be willing to testify in a circle of truth if necessary.
I'm gonna stick around because I'm curious as to what's going on. I'm gonna make myself a home and sit at the purple chair over here.
She will.
Please don't sit on the chair unless prompted to, madam.
Oh, I'm sorry. May I sit in the chair, mistress?
That is what they are there for.
Alright, I sit in the chair, give Miss Goblin over here a look before putting my elbow on the table and resting my face on it while listening to them both intently.
As you look at the goblin, she'll say, "Hey, hands off," and we'll continue counting.
I ignore her.
She will say, "So in the throughout this adventure of yours, you have fought off the undead, killed a dragon, and got caught in a storm. My goodness, that is quite the experience. I assume that the rumored, well, frankly, billions of pounds of gold are enough payment for your troubles."
Very, very much so, regardless for me.
Captain looks at you, looks at her. "It does fulfill the contract, yes." "Good. So, there are no more issues. But you must understand, this is a precaution, nothing more. Desi, be a dear and make sure that my friends, our associates here, are not lying." Desi will get up after counting and say, "See, about that. The mask is one thing, and I'm very glad that it's in your possession now, mistress, but..."
Actually, I can explain the mask in particular.
Well, that's not really the point I'm getting to right now.
Shut up.
The point is, I think I have proof of a bit of deceit among our ranks. Miss Brunlu here, Bunru, has kept something to herself.
My head is inked up with interest.
A ring.
Oh.
One that she does not wish to part with.
One that she can't part with.
Well, it's not cursed.
I've confirmed as much myself. So she can. She just won't. There is no records, no proof of purchase, no anything. So as far as I'm aware, this ring is from the sea. So it is by rights yours. And yet, she will look at you. She insists on keeping it on her finger.
I look over at this goblin over here to see what her reaction is.
A smug smile.
No, not that one. I know that one's smug as fuck. I can hear the smugness. It's dripping.
Izzy has a bit of a look of just A little bit disappointed on her face, but certainty.
She's. Hmm.
I don't want to make that goblin disappear.
I mean, don't we all?
I give her a look and raise an eyebrow.
Rosalind, if you will, the zone. Gladly. She will create the zone of truth here. And I do believe it is 15 feet,
It is.
so it's effectively the whole room. And you will see her zone of truth feels like someone bearing down with a magnifying, staring and analyzing your every single word, every single movement. It is not a pleasant sensation. And you can't imagine it ever being one.
Mhm.
The charisma saving throw is not accurate, so don't. It's not a 9. I just haven't said of her fucking stuff yet. But
That's a 25, baby!
she will look at you and say, "Oh, you resisted the spell. Be careful, Madam Leaf. She did not submit willingly, unless you'd like to."
Honestly, to be fully honest with you, Deslin, just a bit of a reaction from the trip.
Then would you kindly?
Yes. Yes. I won't be
Good.
lying.
Well,
Even
I'll
though
take
you-
a seat.
even though- In that case,
I will also roll for the captain. I'm gonna say her spell save DC is 16.
It's a nat 1! It's a nat 1!
It was almost a 19. The captain, she'll turn to the captain and say, the cute ones are always easiest to break. And pats pats his ass and he's like, "Hey!"
Disgusting.
And you'll see that Carlo's looking a little uncomfortable at all of this. Madam Leaf then turns to the rest of the group. Are you trying to keep something from me?
To be fully honest with you, madam, I was hoping to surprise you with this one. But during on the trip, I got in contact with my girlfriend. She was somehow in the area. I didn't know she was originally. And well, after a little bit of a misadventure with a crazy fucking bitch, she proposed to me. This is my engagement ring.
The captain, fully silent, but has a look of absolute horror on his face.
I have an impressed look on my face.
And, well, I don't want to lose it, madam. I just can't. I just don't want to lose the one thing that someone wanted to give me something.
Where did you meet your girlfriend? You were on sea. It seems unlikely that a cabaret singer would be able to catch up to you.
Fully honest, the name of the place escapes me. But it was just a place we stopped by and made repairs. She was there and well. We just that kind of happened.
Green, I'm willing to accept many, many things. There is not a single chance in hell you never heard the name Avalon while you were on the Isle.
But, to be fully honest, Izzy can forget.
Alright, I'll give you this. Give me an intelligence check, and in order to succeed on forgetting this, you need to roll low. You need to roll as low as possible here.
I am rolling physical dice. My god! Give me the luck fucking card here. Nat one, nat one, nat one, nat one. I rolled a 5.
Madame Leaf turns to Desolin. Desolin rolls her life. She is that stupid, it seems. Forgot where her girlfriend proposed to her. That's something. I would be upset if I cared about that sort of thing. Kind of sad.
And admit it, you do. You do.
She just sighs and looks listlessly on, taking delight in your pain. Hey, Izzy, give me a perception check.
I'm gonna roll on the website. Fucking 6. Why did I have to do that?
Ooh, nothing important happens. Well. If you don't remember, then it can't be helped. Captain. Oof. Where did Izzy find her partner? What island? What port? The captain pauses. There is a pained expression on his face. Avalon. Immediately, her eyes widen. Both of their eyes widen, and Carlo, jolts up. Avalon, the mystic Lyle, the one from stories, the where the Lady of the Lake found Excalibur and granted it to the king. That one. It was a myth. You went to an Isle of Legend. Desolin, is this true? Desolin, is this true? Desi, is this true? Yes, God, fuck, he's not lying. She will turn to you. Avalon. A magical island. I'd imagine it was very advanced. Did you pick up any items on your way there? Anything of import?
I got receipts.
And I imagine these items are magical in nature. Are they not?
Yes, but I have receipts.
Madame Leaf gives you a bit of a colder expression. You know what I am doing here, yes?
Yes, I very much do. Make
You
sure
know
they...
why I am doing this, yes?
Yes, I do.
Do you trust all of these people to do the right thing? Every single one of them.
Izzy kind of thinks for a bit as she responds to this question. Deep down, I genuinely do.
That's not a lie.
That's not a lie. That is not a lie. Deep down, Izzy genuinely believes that these people, that the crew that she has worked with, will not do anything really stupid. Even River.
She will pause. Oh my good-hearted goblin. Captain. I know that she's speaking the truth. I know that you have purchased magical items from a place that is capable of still providing these things freely and willingly. Were any of these weapons? The captain.
I can answer this. A couple of them were weapons. I personally am keeping one on my person at this time. It's mostly just a better form of defense, really. But a fair amount of them were armors and magical items that would just help with the crew to be better at sea.
Captain, I am willing to purchase the weapons that your crew has purchased at double their going rate. If you will do this, or I will report you to the authorities. And I can assure you that my word is more powerful than yours.
Can I look over at College and just give him a look of please help me? To persuade him to help?
Give me an insight check. Avi, you can do one too if you want.
I am rolling physical dice for this one. I have a +3 in insight.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have rolled a
You're gonna
21.
have to make it very clear if you want my help or anyone else's help. Oh, you want? Oh, I'm sorry.
I
It was just an
rolled
insight
21.
check. Avi, by the mere virtue of Carlos accidentally facilitating this weird meeting, you see like a glaze over 1,000-yard stare in him. And Izzy, you know what he's been through.
All right.
He's
Well-
probably on board with this. He probably also agrees that magical weaponry should not be on the streets in the hands of anyone, and you can trust them. But he would rather them be in safer hands. The captain will look at her. Madam Leaf, I am afraid that is not something I can do at this moment. Why not? Those items are the private property of my crew, and I cannot, in good conscience, take it from them, lest it would not be right to them or to me, and I do not wish to cause them any harm. And the captain doesn't block or dodge or anything, and she will slap him. And deal 6 points of damage. I will negotiate with your crew if I have to. Izzy might trust your crew, but I do not know them. And although I might trust her, I do not trust your ragtag group of stragglers. Or you, who is known for hiring convicts and urchins and reprobates. Your crew, although I admire their attempt at redemption, are still mostly criminal. Don't think I haven't done my research. I know what you're about. The Leonin is a drunk, the Mousefolk is a coward and a thief. Your kobolds... Oh. Your kobolds are thieves, spies, and warlocks to infernal beings. Even your so-called cleric has blood on his hands. I don't trust them. So I'm going to need any weaponry you have. Deslin, I will thank you for bringing this to my attention. Izzy.
Izzy springs into action just in more of a professional posture with the hands behind her back.
You are a member of my retinue.
Mm-hmm.
You have struggled quite a bit. I trust you. You can keep your ring. And you can keep your protection. We very well may need it in the coming days.
Thank you, Adam. It is appreciated.
Captain, I collect these things to keep them off the streets and distribute them at a later point. Do you know how idiotic that Treaty of Versailles is? Do you know how many people will die if we remain unarmed? Your crew will live, but and your crew can survive. You're on a ship. You can run. These people cannot. You may have been a sailor in the war, injured in action or whatever. You're not from here. You don't know. I do not do this out of anger. I do not do this to disrespect you or your crew. I do this because I want what's best for everyone. And God forbid one of your number fall. Deslin. And she will turn to the captain. She's not lying. Of course, mistress. I will inform my crew that there is a buyback program for any magical weaponry. And hopefully, they comply. Good. Sorry for losing my temper. You are free to leave. And you, Miss, Rumor, I think your name was. It will be in your best interest to keep everything you saw here quiet. Carlo may have been a bit forward in putting all of you in the same room here, but I assure you I am more than capable of cleaning up his messes. Is that understood, miss? Avi?
Sorry, I completely zoned out while listening to music.
She
What
was
did
basically
she just ask me?
she's basically saying you were in this room due to a mistake Carlo made, but she is more than capable of cleaning up any of his mistakes and then some. Not a word of what has been spoken here leaves this room.
Of course, madam. Not one word.
May I roll an insight?
Sure.
Asking me? Oh, sorry.
Yep. For Rumor here, yeah.
Sure, roll an insight.
Oh, cool, dirty 20.
Rumor is a smuggler by trade, and this whole scene is really, really unfortunate. She feels really bad for you and your crew, but this is just how the business works. you guys have really fucked up, and she doesn't want to get involved because if she jumps on your ship, it feels like she's gonna start bailing out water and then sink. But she does intend to keep discretion, as she should. Otherwise, she wouldn't be a very good smuggler, now would she?
All right. Izzy,
Yes, madam? What do you need?
I say this with all the love in my heart I can muster. Be forthcoming in the future, for your own sake.
Understandable, madam. I plan to.
I am not so cruel that I would rip a girl away from her wedding ring. But you must understand. The horrors of the Great War must never again happen.
Understandable, madam. I do apologize for my lapse in fear with hiding my ring.
You are free to do what you will.
Audio error. It was an audio error.
You are free to do what you will. Oh. Hello?
You're having an audio error right now.
Oh god. Testing. How bad is it?
You're coming in and out. I don't know what it is.
That's Discord. Yep, Discord is fucky. Hoi hoi. My apologies. This channel is connected to a different server, so it should be more stable.
Okay. I'll tell the
Okay.
other ones to come over here.
I don't know what was going on with my side, because I thought my internet was going crappy or something.
Nah, my internet's also fucky. Anyways,
Is
she
too.
will. She turns to you and says, "You are free to go. And if I would appreciate if you were to keep an eye on the crew as well. Captain, you wouldn't mind taking her on a little longer, would you? I assure you will be well compensated." The captain will look down at you, Ezzy.
May I describe what he sees? Because
Sure.
Because no insight were required in this run. She just kind of looks a little bit relieved, but still kind of just, what the fuck have we gotten ourselves into? What if the fuck I've gotten on? What I've gotten myself into? That sort of things. Like, she's more regretful for this entire situation more than anything.
He will look at you, see the remorse in your face. They look at the mask, they look at your ring. While we are still at port, they are welcome. Yes. They are welcome to check in on us, but we will be departing eventually. Oh, of course. I just would like you to stay for a time and offer me whatever you can.
Can I roll insight on that?
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Izzy, you can as well.
Blanca's rolling the digital dice.
All right.
12.
12 is enough. You suspect that she will be impounding the ship, as in locking it down until the magic items are attended to or the crew that does not give up their magic items is arrested.
Izzy thinks to herself, yep, okay, this is gonna be dealt with. Well, before I do go, I do want to at least talk about, as Izzy holds up the mask, this little thing.
Of course. We can have that conversation privately then.
Of course. Honestly, this is a bit of a...
Carlo, Islin, will you escort both of our guests outside of the manor for now? Yes, madam. I will happily escort Miss Rumor. If you would kindly join me, and I will happily send you off on your way. You can find new boat.
Now hold on, Carlos Wet Ears. Before I go anywhere with you, I want to have a payment for my goods.
I have a how much do we owe you? Madam Leaf says. God. Just take. She'll open her robes a little bit and revealing an extravagant dress and brilliant necklaces. And it does not take a genius to tell. This woman is laden, covered in extremely powerful magical items herself. All of which disguised as jewelry, gemstones.
Can I roll a check on her to see what she is? Like, if she has any, like, I don't know, like, what would you even roll to check what someone's stuff is? You know, if they're, like, a wizard or...
That would be an insight check, I believe.
Okay. How would I know, too? I don't... Can I tell if she has, like... I don't know. Let me also roll an Arcana check as well.
The powerful wizard is powerful.
You are looking at someone who studies and tinkers with magical items. An artificer, but someone who is very capable of fighting without them being weapons. A monk. An artificer monk
My
multiclass.
dogs are down.
Oh, that's cool.
And that was earlier. She did like hit him really hard. Yeah, that's all right.
Well, that's metal.
Yeah, awesome. I'm gonna not try to do anything bad because I would be scared for my life if I ever even thought of it.
That
Yes.
makes one of us.
She will pull out as she like lifts her robes, you will see that her hand is covered in rings, like has like one of her hands has like a like white satin glove that also looks some kind of magical. You suspect now that maybe her robe itself might even be like a cloak of protection.
I didn't
It's
expect
like-
we'd be getting intimate.
It is her necklace, like with your Arcana check, I'll tell you, she has a necklace of fireballs on.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And that's
that
just
makes
the
sense.
first one you were able to identify in that
She's
brief moment.
packing heat. What? Oh my god. What in the full concentrated power of the sun is that?
And she will pull out a small purse, set it on the table. This seems to be, like what? 5 pounds of coins? These are either silver or platinum. Does these work for you?
Mistress? Either that or anything that's on your person right now would be well worth the items I smuggled away.
Take the coins.
I can take a hint. Thanks. I grab the rucksack from Carlos and just like ask like, never mind, I put it back on the table. I'm sure Carlos will put it where it needs to go. But I don't have another
Remember
bag.
that Carlo like dumped your rucksack on the table, so all of its
Oh,
contents.
right. Just take my bag and throw it in there. Well, madam, it was very nice doing business with you. You are
It
quite
was.
intimidating, to say the least. I didn't really know a lot going in, but I think I learned a lot.
I did as well. I learned that you do good work. I hope to hear from you in the future.
First. Oh, always. And if
Desolin,
word ever gets out, then
Mhm.
that you need work again, or if you need anything done, I'll hear it.
she gives you a polite smile. And Carlo and Desolin will get up to you with Desolin saying, "All right, if you would kindly follow me, I need to escort you out of here."
That's the most polite way of saying fuck you I've ever heard.
I'm touched. I've been practicing.
Oh,
You still need
practicing.
practice.
I don't know how many times you stare at yourself in the mirror and think it could be nastier to get to a point where you sound like that.
Is she nasty? I do not know if...
Don't worry about it, Carlos. I like tap his ear lightly.
As
Don't
you do
worry
that,
about
you'll
it.
see
You're
he
fine.
like instinctually... sorry.
Did you just fucking... Did you just purr?
Sorry, not too many... it is a...
Alright, note to self,
Cat
don't
thing.
touch the cat ears.
It
I am
is...
very sorry.
No, it is a... I was not expecting it. You likely did not know, but it is sensitive in a very strange way. It is like rubbing finger down spine. It is strange.
I did not mean to get that sensual with you. I apologize.
Me either. My apologies. I'm sorry if... forgive me. I'm not interested in... No, I'm sorry. No. But thank you for the offer, but no.
I want to protect Carlos,
You didn't
but
have
I
to
want
say
to
no that
murder
many
everyone
times.
there.
I think I feel a little kicked now. to say no, just be nice about it. But also, it's my god. So sorry.
You are fine. I'm sure you are a lovely lady, and uh, I I do not. I wish you the very best. I simply do not know you, and am
I hope I drown. I really, really do.
don't say that. You probably you will find someone. Uh, wishing you the very best.
Let's not talk about this anymore.
Understood. I am so sorry for everyone who's been like sitting here listening to this, but these conversations are so fucking important. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I am sorry for taking so much time.
Oh, I want to murder one cat and protect the other.
I know. It's so
All right.
glorious. I love it.
We will cut back to as the captain and you leave with the captain.
Silly.
You will all head outside of the scene, and outside of the scene, and you are walking out in the streets. And as soon as you like get out of earshot here, you hear the captain call to you. Hey, miss, if I could a word.
Yeah, you can have a word or two. You don't seem like you trust me very much. What's this gonna be? An insult? A threat?
An offer.
An offer? What kind?
A member of my crew. Their father is dying. And I want to do right by them.
Oh, is this a business deal? Are you trying to get under the table of Miss Madame over there? Is that what you're doing?
More than under the table.
Oh, you're gonna steal her coin purse, aren't you?
No. I'm not hurting for money.
No?
As I'm sure
I definitely heard.
I need someone who's good at stealing. Who's good at taking things that don't necessarily belong to them.
Now,
That mask. It has the power to save them. And it belongs to the kobold by right at this point.
well, I can definitely sneak in and fly out with something if that's what you need me to do. Let's not take long. We know where the goods are at. And I can definitely get it for you. But there's a price to
He'll
everything.
hold a hand up.
Just letting you know.
He'll hold his hand up.
Hey?
We're not going to be able to get them now. Not with Madame Leaf. Literally with having her hands on the damn thing.
Oh, that's right.
Individually,
yeah.
you and me cannot take her on. My crew's another
You
story.
don't need to explain. I saw her. She is quite something, isn't she?
You work with me. With us.
Wait,
I'll give you my entire share of the gold from the San Jose.
really? Your entire share, huh? That's a lot of money. How do I know you're not just gonna stab me in the back with your miscreant crew that even Madame doesn't trust? And besides that, I heard you traveled to Avalon. That's crazy. But your
You
ship's
want to go?
sinking. Do you know how to get there? Like, again?
I don't. My navigator does.
Hmm.
He's good with stars. And he can now see the ones that we were missing. If we really want to get back, we can get back.
Well, I'm gonna need some upfront money now. And I'll consider it. Because as far as I can tell, your ship is sinking. And you need someone to help you bail out.
Sinking
Whatever
or
that
not.
damn mask does, I know it's important to you.
Yes. Whether or not my ship is sinking, it still has gold in its hold.
Well,
So
thanks
how
for letting
about
me
you
know.
come with
I'll make
me?
sure I tell everyone else too.
If you follow me, you'll have your share. And you can meet the rest of the crew. Do we have a deal?
Sir, we do not have a deal. I will follow you and go to your ship and meet your crew because I love learning about new things. But I am not making a deal with you until I know for a fact that we've got an agreement. And I also want to be paid up front.
Very well.
You haven't even told me a plan to get the goods. You could be throwing me into a suicide mission for all I know. You think you lived this long as a smuggler? Well, I don't look very old, do I? You think you think you lived long as a smuggler by trusting folk? Hell no. I just met you. I don't feel like following you anywhere.
At the very least, follow me to the ship, and you'll make your choice there.
Don't try anything weird, or I'll jump in the water.
You will make your way back to the ship. And I'll pivot back to Slink here. Slink, where are you going at this point? Now that you have made... you would have come to your revelation here, and right as you do, River, the two of you will be able to find Slink and meet up at the, inconspicuous house. And you will be with, probably at this point, Evan would have actually gone back. So you would just be with Marco and Alan.
God, I hate trying to track people in the city. So much easier on sea.
I would assume Slink would probably be heading back to the boat with the crew because she's probably going to see how many people she can get to help her to take down Lady Leaf. She is a kobold on a mission. She probably doesn't even see River as she's just kind of like beelining it to the boat because, she doesn't have much time.
Okay.
River, do you stop them? Do you get their attention?
Yeah. Slink, where are you going so quickly?
Hey, hi, friend. Slink discover big information for Master. Slink knows what, Slink must do.
And what is that?
So Slink learn, big dragon? Yes. Dragon that look like Slink? Yes. Wants to do good, yes. Slink knows what to do. To do good, must stop corrupt. Must stop, Lady Cat. Lady League? Yes, must stop.
Well, that's the best information I've heard all day. Since the freaking goblin barged on our ship, I've been rather ticked off.
Slink, very, Slink no happy. Slink go back to ship, talk to friends, see if we find out where this Madam Leaf is.
May I ask, what do you mean by stop?
The only thing Slink can think of is Slink don't want to murder, because murdering bad, but just do good. Must ask friends what to do. Though Slink only knows how to stop people by hurting. Don't know if hurt is good, but Madam Leaf bad. So she's like, you could tell she's very like not sure what to do, confused, but yeah, frustrated.
What proof do you got?
And she like pulls out like the pages that she got from her master's notes about all the corrupt deeds that she's done, and she shows it to him. This here proof. So she no good.
River will look at it. He'll do his quick sideways blink that some birds have, and then a very unusual smile comes across his face.
You see, yes, you understand.
Barn. I'm with you. I'll gladly burn gladly burn her house to the ground.
Burn the house to ground.
You see within the notes signs of a hoard beneath the house in a basement below. Enough to perhaps attract unsavory creatures if it were not warded properly.
Be a bit hard to get in, though. I'm not very good at getting into places. That was more
Slink good. Slink good at getting in places. Slink go in small gaps. No one see.
More fucking dragons.
We'll talk to the crew. I'll help you all the way. Not making much progress anyways on what I'm trying to do. But I'm wondering if I'm approaching it at the wrong angle. Maybe I should try it a more medicinal angle. Instead of just a purely alchemical angle.
Chemical? What is this you speak of?
He'll bring out the bit of sea brand he has. You know, I've been trying to make some form of potion on this. But I'm wondering if I'm just looking at it from the wrong angle.
How this help? Potion heal, yes?
What I'm trying to do is get a form of this that's just pure raw magic. Or some way to supplement magic. I'm not the smartest with alchemy, but I do have some medical background. So maybe if I could approach it from a more medicinal angle, I might make a little bit more progress.
It takes a little bit of time here, but after going through the various documents outlining proof of Madame Leaf's breaking of the Treaty of Versailles, some old construction records dictating a small, like, hidden floor to her basement. You'll find yourself back at the ship. And, coincidentally, back around the same time, the rest of the crew, save for one, are there. And now we have a whole heaping lot of you meeting up sort of at this intersectional crossroad near the ship. Let me put you back on the wharf. Here we are.
Ignore the
Oh,
goblins
no.
in that bottom area.
Yep, they are not
They're
there.
not actually.
Let me refresh because all of a sudden the English changed to a different language for me. Again, I don't know what happened.
Nani the fuck?
Exactly. That happened once before, remember? You guys were like posting and all of a sudden I seen it in like Elvish.
Mm-hmm. Weird.
Cool.
Fine, this is fine.
Timothy, at this point you have been pulled up. It takes about a minute. You are a rather heavy creature, and you
Yeah, metal. I get it.
the crane pulls you up as Milo looks at you and says, all right, calm down. We got you here. You all right?
He just kind of looks at it. It's hard to tell as previously stated. There is no facial expressions for this kid. It is entirely body language, voice tone, everything else that you have to be kind of dependent on. As he looks at Milo, and he just says,
57 souls.
That is enough to make his eyes go wide, and Triana's face to, like, if she didn't have so much melanin in her, you would probably suspect she would lose a bit of color.
understandable.
How do you know that?
You see him go,
They were all of them, below the ship. I saw some below deck on the other side, well, scraping away at the barnacles, but I saw even more, all colored in red, crimson like blood. I reached out, got in physical contact, and one of them spoke to me.
What did they say?
So many who had the look of anguish, fear. Some of them just angry. All of it just turning into just this, how do I put it, this state of helplessness that has driven them mad. They begged for help, to be saved.
you see him look before he continues, kind of look down as he continues and says,
I am by no means means no man of God. Or any deity for that matter. And I am no necromancer. The only way I can think of to help those poor sods is, well, you look at me and you do the math, ma'am.
You are... I don't know.
Ma'am. I am just a suit of armor, being puppeted by a soul. And that soul has to come from somewhere, right? I wouldn't make it. Go ahead.
Triana's looks so you're a spirit. Then could the others be made like you? Milo, do you think you could? Milo holds up his hand. Hey, I can work my magic with some constructs, and I can control them just fine, but that doesn't mean that I have the means or the method to create 57 souls, and I don't even know what will happen if the constructs try to leave the ship. Even if we're able to do that.
Not to mention, ma'am, there is so much, even with a new body like this, that they would be giving up. There is very little of a future for them. Believe me, I know. But if it's something they'd want, instead of passing on in the afterlife, they want a second chance. It's an option.
Milo will turn to you and say, I've heard tale of constructs and magical items being possessed by different spirits. I suppose you're the natural evolution of that. For us to do this on that scale.
He kind of interjects and
says, I was a very willing and very, very angry spirit before I took on this body. And believe me, it was not easy. Think of how an infant has to learn to move each individual body parts cognitively. Then they have to learn how to crawl. Then finally they're able to walk. This is essentially what would be happening with the spirits. It's not going to be something taken up so easily. It's almost like puppeteering the inside. But so long as they're willing, they should. It's going to be a long process. But it's plausible.
Well, the easiest way to maybe do something like this would be to use something of great sentimental value to you, to the creator, or to you. I don't really have anything like that on me. Would you?
He rubs the back of his head, holds up an index finger.
Just one. It was a going-away present. The same man who gave me this, this new he was a very dear, very old friend of mine.
As you see him pull out of his sack what appears to be a cube about a 1-pound cube that fits in the palm of his hand, with an anvil as an imprint.
Well, if you would like me to, or if you want to help me out with this, I don't have any sort of sentimentality for anything. My brother's more the man to do that sort of thing. But even then, it's only his amulet that's really... But...
He kind of gives a nod, and he goes,
So long as there are no objections, and, as I said, the spirit is willing. Some of them may just want to move on to the afterlife, but it doesn't hurt offering.
We'll figure it out.
He gives a nod.
Would
He kind of looks to the... He looks
back to hear that.
He looks to Triana.
Sorry? Okay.
Yeah, at this point, he'll look to Triana and say, just real quick,
I'm very sorry. This must have stirred up something fierce for you.
No. It's hopeful, if anything. These... If you can grant any of them any measure of freedom, I would thank you for it. Even if it's only
He gives
one.
a nod. Yeah. So for the rest of the crew coming in, so yeah, does anybody hear this convo happening?
I think at around this point, I will flip a coin to... I'll say that you both arrive at a similar sort of time, but maybe like at around the same time you'll meet up and meet up like at different intersections. Like one of group was coming from the left, one group was coming from the right, and both the captain and Rumor come in from the left, and Slink and River come in from the right. And it's a little bit of an awkward meeting as opposed to you are like suddenly these two larger groups collide. And you'll see Marco will go over, will look up at the captain like, "Oh, Captain, hi! Sir, we are here. How was everything?" "We'll talk later." "Okay." Rumor, as you are, everyone is sort of like quietly moving up the ramp here. I don't suspect that, now that everyone's meeting together, give me a perception check. Everybody on...
Insight check, like...
Yeah. Everybody give me a perception check, who wasn't on the ship, so that's Slink, Storm, and Avi. And Avi, give me a perception check as well, to an insight check on everyone to sort of get a vibe for them. And the perception check is from everyone is to sort of overhear the tail end of that conversation. Oh,
damn.
Boy.
Nice.
I'm looking at my notebook.
So I would have heard the tail end of that?
Yeah, you would have overheard of something along the lines of, if you can grant the spirit them any sort of freedom, I would thank you for it. And you'll be able to hear and peer over Triana talking to this creature. Both Slink and River, you're both privy to that.
There's
Avi,
already plans in works to do that.
Avi, with your natural one, you are just a little bit on guard. And you're trying very hard not to, like, reveal too much about yourself to these people before you've decided to work with them. And looking at them, you will see it's a little hard to get a vibe on them just because you yourself are trying to stay, like, you're so focused on being an enigma yourself. But the captain will sort of speak and explain who you are, saying, she's an associate who used to work for our old employer, but may be useful in a new job I have lined up.
Oh, Slink goes over and kind of examines her hair. Slink never seen hair like this before. Look like the thing in the sky after rain.
That is honestly the sweetest thing I think anyone has said to me in a very long time. That is adorable. What a nice creature.
But as for the giving
Thank you
the
very much.
the spirits down below some form of an ending, I believe the captain and I already have plans for that.
Oh yes, new friends with beautiful hair. Ship had ghosts. Ship hunted. We try to fix problem. Another problem, man.
You will
We
see.
think it'd be a good idea to tell you before you see things move. Yes, they like the help.
Wait,
He's
what?
he speaks up and he goes,
I've met them. All of them.
Wait. Wow, this is perhaps the motliest of motley crews.
Now that you are on the ship, Avi, and looking at everybody on the ship, now you can give me like another insight check, and I'll let you do it at advantage because you're seeing everyone face to face here.
yeah, and there's gotta be something. If she rolls high enough, I'll give her something about Timothy here. Ooh,
That's a 15.
15.
Interesting. Okay.
Honestly, pretty surprising that my insight isn't very high considering my background. I should have thought about that.
I'll give her this. Despite, just initially meeting Timothy, he has a polite disposition. He carries himself You can see that he carries himself very much as a military man, as he's properly dressed as such. Though you do see some...
The Dragonborn, right?
What?
Or which one?
The machine. The Warforged.
I'm very sorry.
No worries.
There's no
The
Dragonborns here. They're only kobolds.
Yeah. As you see that he carries himself much as a military man, as he's appropriately dressed. He is polite, but you can see that even with that disposition and him, at some point, some sort of physically kind of switching from that disposition to being almost this kid that you hear speak, as if there's some sort of internal struggle. But you can also tell that he is still. He speaks like somebody who has. This is not the first time that he's witnessed death. He's very experienced. You can tell that he's still very much a dangerous being.
I'll let everyone go through here. Yan described his character. Who else would like to describe their character?
I guess I'll go. River is a weird cross between like an owlin and a kenku. He has some owl features, some crow features. It's really weird. And he's wearing like basic pirate gear, like the vest, just basic clothing that you could associate with pirates. On his hip, he has what looks like a sword, which is it looks like a katana handle. I'll just say it as it is. With crimson threads, and he is walking around with a very interesting looking glaive that looks almost made of ice, with a beautiful white handle, and the very bottom of the handle has like a kind of flattened like flame look to it.
Okay, and now one Mrs. Slink.
Slink.
Gosh, how to explain? So she's a little kobold, little short, little blue kobold with golden eyes, and she's wearing obviously like pirate kind of attire, blue jacket, some clothing that she looks like she's kind of like put together herself, and her hat. It looks good, but you can definitely tell it was like handmade. And as you can tell, she's usually go lucky, go happy little guy. But she is definitely on a mission.
You will then get a good vibe of the others on the crew. And starting from top left to right, top to bottom, they said that their navigator was aware of Avalon and could take you there if you were interested in going. You know Avalon is a land of fey creatures, deeply in tune with magic, and rumored to only exist in myth. Those who claim to visit never return. But this captain claims that their navigator can take them back. And you're looking for any sign of who that navigator might be. And you're maybe looking for like through the taller folk. And then you look down and see, oh, it has to be them. We start with one McSquiggles, the frog boy creature. They are a grung, and on their back, they don't have very many clothes, but they do have a scarf on and a very big like telescope and map on their back. This telescope is about 4 feet long, almost as long as they are tall. And the map is actually taller than them. Much tall, like about a foot higher, taller than they are. And
wait, they're a cartographer, and they're also named McSquiggles.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
Next to them would be a sort of tired, they are napping on top of a tired looking Leonin, who seems to have seen better days. As they're awaking, they give you like, there's no better way to describe it as like a infinitely less competent Jack Sparrow vibes.
I knew it. What's their name?
Their name is Ali. They are Leonin and seem to hail from parts of Africa. And as such, because, lions are African creatures, they have a more unusual name. It definitely doesn't sound like it's a European name in that regard. Scrolling down a little bit, Northern African, yes. Scrolling down a little bit more is another serious looking creature that seems to have a permanent scowl on their face, but nobody looks at them with any fear, and honestly, if anything, the people around them, he seems strangely deeply concerned for them, immediately pestering Ali about, like, if he getting up, has he drunk any water, has he slept in a bed, that sort of thing. Looks to be a bit of a
So
nag.
he's the drunk. He's the drunk Lennon I heard about.
And Ali
First
is
day.
they have the vibe of a doctor or cleric to them with a 15.
Funny. Okay, so Ali.
Ali, he is
Doctor,
you don't
okay.
know his class yet. He was kind of just asleep with the Froggo also asleep on top of them, and
his
he is waking
creature,
both of
what's
them
their
up.
name?
Sorry?
I'm sorry, could I get the name of the bunny creature as well?
The bunny creature with the hat's name is Evan. Evan Farley.
It's
For
Evan
context, Froggo is a stars druid. Ali appears to be a windswept drunk, but you don't know why they're on the ship, but they're apparently allowed to be on the ship, and so allowed to be on the ship that members of the crew show genuine concern.
Ali is a wind, or did you say Evan Farley?
Ali is the windswept character. Windswept drunk, basically. And Evan is the doctor slash ship dad, I suppose.
The ship's gonna have two dads.
Moving along, we have the small mousefolk. Immediate vibes, feisty, but very small. Younger than you by a very, very, very long margin. Probably the youngest one in the group. Maybe no older than 16. How old did I say? 15? 14? 15. He's no older than 15. Which is unfortunately not uncommon. Especially given the war.
Jesus Christ.
14 originally, he just keeps getting older. Which means
Well,
that
it's
he
not
was
the worst
8 when the war broke out.
I hope he keeps getting older.
Yeah, he had his birthday at sea, canonically.
Yeah.
So cute and sad.
He was, if he is 14 years old, it is a little bit tragic to realize, looking at younger folks, that, oh, they were 8 when the war broke out. Or like 10 when the war broke out.
What year is it?
It is 1920. World War I ended in 1918.
It is 1920.
Women can vote now.
Yeah.
Yo, beast! Finally.
If he was
long enough.
Yeah. If this character was 12, would have been 12 when the war ended. 8 when the war started. They are emotionally ravaged, feisty little mouse boy. And he is the only mouse boy on the ship. Next is another pale kobold. He's Marco's the mouse boy's name is Marco. Does not carry any weapons. However, they do carry a like sort of small club. They seem very nimble and quick on their feet.
So the small mousefolk person is named Marco?
Yes.
Okay,
And-
not to be confused with Carlo at all. Small club, looks nimble.
Yes. Next, also, fucking Blue paid money to edit McSquiggle's last name, and since they were the one to give McSquiggles the name McSquiggles, his name is now McSquiggles O'Houlihan.
I love that. I named
O'Houlihan.
Marco, by the way.
McSquiggles, Nafara, O'Allhan?
Let me type this out. Hi. Oh, that was his original name. Whoops. Never mind. That's wrong. I'll type Houlihan.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were using pictoglyphs.
There we go. Oh, wait. I'm speaking in Druidic. Fuck. How do I...
It's okay. I can't read anything. It went back to the weird language again.
Yeah, I clicked the wrong name. There we go. Is this good? There we go. Alan?
Mine's still showing stuff. I'm just
O'Houlihan.
gonna roll with it for now.
I don't know why that keeps happening to you, Jess.
I'm sorry. Well, I put it
no
in down the
idea
ground.
either.
But
Pictographic.
moving along, do you have Common as one of your languages?
Who,
You do.
me? Yes.
Slink. Okay, then why the fuck?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I do. It's just every now and then it switches from English to just whatever this is.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Like when I scroll up, for some reason it doesn't show much English, except for 48 minutes ago.
Okay. Well, introductions of the rest of the crew here, and this will be the last thing we do before I call it, because it is midnight, and yeah. Next will be Alan Barbero. Alan is gives you the look of someone who is actively sinister and does unnerve other people, but they tolerate him and they are looking at you with suspicion. They mention you remember Miss Leaf here mentioning a kobold that worshipped a warlock kobold of some kind to some fiend, and this one's a little bit too silly, too sweet to do that, and this fits the bill very well. They don't say anything. They just eye the two newcomers with suspicion. You will see you're familiar with the captain. They seem to have a very quiet, silent but intense rage at this situation within them. As for the final two members of the crew that aren't player characters, that is Triana, the first mate, the first person the captain goes to whisper into her ear and explain the situation. Her eyes go wide. She seems to be more emotive and definitely more emotional than the captain, but still plenty capable and alert. And lastly would be Milo, Triana Bastan. I will say something as her, colon, Hoy. There we go. So you can read that. And the last person here is Milo. Another Harengon. Looks to be the brother of the Harengon who is monitoring the ship's drunk here. working and tinkering away, examining and studying a magical item that the construct also seems to be watching over as well. A motley crew. Strange folks. The captain will turn to you. Well, Miss Rumor, this is the crew. McSquiggles there keeps detailed notes of the scars, and he can get us back to Avalon if that's your goal. But as for the gold, we are splitting this gold evenly 13 different ways. Which, for us, would mean that if you take on this job, he will walk you down to the ship hold. And you will see a mound of hundreds of thousands of gold coins worth of old Spanish doubloons.
Damn.
If I give you my share, you would be 23,000 gold coins richer. Is that enough to buy your loyalty?
That is definitely enough.
Good.
Let's shake on it.
They will hold out their hand.
I give them a solid shake. I'm tempted to do a strength contest and just like see who squeezes their hand harder.
Yeah,
but-
go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, let's do it.
Nice.
I'm about to get crushed.
Nice.
The DM confidence. Oh shit.
Not gonna lie. Things just got really interesting.
That is a 15. They notice what you're doing, chuckle a little bit, and squeeze very briefly, but strong enough to let you know that they are stronger.
They are very strong. Nice.
Now, individually, breaking into that place would be difficult. But with our number,
I am so ready to see this plan.
well, everyone to the hold. Let's discuss this
Aye, aye.
before we get eyes on us. And that is where we are going to end this session.
GG, guys.
I am
GG.
I forgot to
Yippee!
Yeah.
Let's go.
say something when I was introducing River. That's why I rolled the strength check. He's, if you look at him,
He's ripped.
he's rather intimidatingly ripped.
Well,
We love our ripped feathery boy.
yep.
That is a +7 to strength, no proficiency modifier.
Mhm.
That is a terrifyingly strong feathery boy.
My passive athletics is 20.
The only thing that's ripped on me is my brain.
So-
That makes one of us. I have no wriggles or bumps, or wiggles or
Jumps
lumps.
and sleight of hand. Smooth, like a water slide.
I am trying to figure out what I can do to convince Madam Leaf to
To leave us the
Horrible.
fuck alone, or to to hand off a weapon of mass destruction to a known criminal?
Respectfully, Ezzy, respectfully, you've been sitting on this fence for so goddamn long, you finally got a wedgie. You need to pick a side, homie.
I don't know. I'm already fully like I want to stab her. Like I feel like this is not going to go anywhere, guys.
No, and yeah, all right. I'm gonna end stream. Thank you guys very much for watching.
Yeah,
if you
good
did
idea.
Boop.